The more certainty you demand from a small decision, the harder it becomes to make. People often overthink small decisions because they want a level of certainty that the decision does not actually require. Why does this happen? Let's look at the reasons one by one. Number one reason why this happens is analysis paralysis. This implies doing a lot of analysis but without any action. People who are getting into this trap will keep looking at multiple options and even within them the next option. It leads them to go down the rabbit hole so much that they start wondering where they even started. So a lot of analysis but accompanied with paralysis, no action or decision taken at all. For example, how do we see it in daily lives? If a person has to decide which restaurant to go for dinner, they will look at their ratings, they will look at the best dishes, they will look at the distance, they will start going through the reviews. If one review is found negative, they start to look at multiple sources of those reviews. So analysis, analysis, analysis. Number two reason why this happens is uncertainty aversion. This shows a tendency towards not being comfortable with uncertainty. People who show this tendency, their tolerance towards uncertainty is so low that they want to be 100% sure they are taking a right decision, even though it is a small one which does not have any significant impact. For example, looking at the restaurant menu and deciding what to order from the home itself, making a backup plan of if this dish is not available, then what to order. Or if we don't get a table at the restaurant, which is the next best restaurant we can go to. Going into such depth to eliminate uncertainty in such a small decision is not required. Number three reason why this happens is accountability aversion. What does this mean? It means the person does not want to take accountability of the decision taken, because of which they will start discussing options with their spouse, family members. Taking an opinion is fine, but when it goes too far, the intent is to avoid accountability for a decision taken together by the family. So if something goes wrong in the future, you can always raise your hands up and say, you know what, you can't blame me because we took this decision together. So how to avoid getting into this trap? Ask yourself a few questions to understand if you are falling in any of these traps. What actually matters here? Not every dinner decision is trying to solve the same problem. Sometimes the goal is speed. Sometimes it is family time. Sometimes it is a special occasion. Sometimes nobody wants to cook. If you do not first identify what matters in this situation or occasion, you will start comparing everything and get lost in unnecessary details. Step 2. What cannot be compromised? Every decision has one or two things that matter more than the rest, very much like a Pareto principle, where 20% factors hold 80% importance in the overall decision. On a normal outing, maybe budget matters more. On a special occasion, maybe one serious negative signal should matter more. This helps you stop treating every factor as equally important in every occasion, which is not the case. Another question which can be asked is, does this even need shared accountability? A lot of small decisions get overcomplicated because nobody wants to own them. But a normal family dinner does not need board meeting style consensus. Sometimes a decent decision is enough and everybody should be okay with that. Save shared accountability for decisions that actually deserve it. And do remember, too many chefs spoil the broth. So when we look at this situation, I will say, the more certainty you wait for, the harder even a small decision becomes. Think about that.